We are back. AyeMontie here, back with A Chill It's Just a Podcast here at Flagship Studios with TLC Camp. Thank you, girls, for helping us out. We got Sierra and, CCC the Rage, excuse me, and Miss AK on the mics helping us out because I just did not feel like being on camera, but here we are. And we're here with a new person. Introduce yourself to everybody. Hello. Well,
hi, my name is Marie Cornell. I've been doing music for about 4 or 5 years now in the area.
Okay.
Getting to know people, soaking everything up I can.
Okay. I feel like you played guitar for longer than that, though. You were far too good. So.
Yeah, I've been playing since I was 11, so like over 10 years now.
So tell me about that experience. Like, what got you into guitar?
So my family was in like evangelistic ministry, and we would play and sing in churches,
right,
like everywhere.
Right.
And one day they caught the guitar player doing something off key in the church with the pastor's wife, and my grandfather fired him on the spot and handed me his own guitar and said, "It's your time, kid." So I got really good at C, G, and F real quick.
So they fired him because he was off key?
No, it's like he was doing something not right.
Yeah. I thought, all right. That's what I thought was happening, but then I was like, got to. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't want to say he was...
I got you. Okay. Well, when did you find out you also had a beautiful voice as well? When did you figure that out?
I've been singing really since I was 2, you know, just making up extensions to nursery rhymes in my head. But I really, like, seriously wanted to do it when I found out my mom was as good of a songwriter as she was. She had a record deal with Lofton Creek in Nashville. That's where I was born. And I didn't know that she was as, like, bomb of a songwriter as she was until I was, like, probably 13 or 14, and she showed me like her old like notes in just a book, and it's like she had a line written and then it was like scribbled through, and then she would have a new line.
Yeah.
Like,
did you ever use any of the lyrics?
Sometimes in my songs I've tried to I have a song that is about like just the hardships of life and sharing them with somebody called The Purge.
Okay.
And the lyric in one of the lyrics is, "Will you be my fire when I'm shivering alone?" And one of her songs was like a gospel song, and it was talking to the Lord like, "You're my fire by day, my cloud by night." So that was kind of my way of like flipping her lyrics.
Got you. Okay. Much respect. And how hard was it for you? Because I know I'm now learning how to play guitar. I still suck, but like it's super hard to sing and play at the same time. How hard was that for you to learn?
So truth be told, the first song I ever learned how to sing and play together was Coffee Shop Soundtrack by All Time Low.
Okay, I heard the song.
So just chunking like that on that punk rhythm, it's like it makes it a lot more simple to syncopate your vocals with that, because it's like you know you're gonna go a certain spot at a certain time, so it's like kind of like pre-planning.
Yeah.
So it's, for me, it's a little bit difficult when I get into like complex riffs and things like that, but if I'm just like strumming, it's like
it just kind of flows naturally, you know? Yeah. How long would you say it took you to get like decent enough to be able to do that? Like to be able to just fluently just sing, play, and do all that? Because again, I've been playing now for a couple months. I'm not even close to being able to sing and play at the same time. Like,
see, when I learned that song, I was probably like 12 or 13.
Yeah. So
I'm reaching back a little bit. It probably took me like 4 or 5 months to like really get it where I was like, damn, I sound good.
I don't feel bad then. I don't feel bad then. That's cool. Cause I'm on the electric and I'm doing the single string mostly. The strumming, I'm struggling bad. I'm struggling real bad. What would you say some of your major influences are in your music?
Number 1 is definitely Jimi Hendrix.
Fair.
Number 2 is John Mayer. Number 3 is Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks. And the 4th I would have to say is Kenny Burrell. that's like an older name. Not a lot of people know.
Yeah, I think I've heard of all the other names but that. I don't think I've heard of that name
He's
before.
like a jazz guitarist.
I got you. So you were just mentioning to me earlier you have a show coming up. Tell me about that.
I do have a show coming up.
That sounds pretty big.
With Project Hera. They're revamping the Lilith Fest.
That's cool.
So all the like tributes to the females of the 90s, they're like really making that like a big deal.
Yeah.
So it's like they're having it at Norva on July 12th.
That's fire. Is this gonna be like, do you perform a lot, or is this gonna be like a?
There's a lot of other artists that are going to be there performing, so it's not just me. If you have a favorite lady of the area that you like, they're probably going to be there.
Well, I'm saying for you personally, have you done a lot of shows, or is this going to be like a first for you, or is?
Oh, got you. Not the Norva. This is going to be a first at the Norva.
Yeah.
But like I've been playing around Virginia.
Yeah.
Like I said, for like 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah. Yeah. You do like a lot of like band shows, or a lot of just like solo work?
I've been doing a lot of solo work. I've been trying to move it more in the scope of band shows because I just got my band together. So it's in the band consists of drummer Smithfield Dash,
Okay.
bassist Mark Allen Clark,
Okay.
guitarist Nadia Coz, and then me on lead guitar and lead vocals. We do like harmonies and stuff, but
Got you.
for now just solo stuff so I can save up money for a sound system.
Yeah, I definitely understand. Honestly, it's not as expensive as you would think to get yourself going. Like, for what y'all are trying to do, you can probably get you a setup for what you need, $600-700. Like, everything that y'all need. It's not as expensive as you would think because, like, so many things are super accessible now. You can get you a little Scarlett box, and then you can plug in your guitars, your bass, your vocals, and then the drums. Like we were talking about earlier, you got one of them kit drums that you can electrically connect. You can connect it all.
That's
honestly.
the thing, though. I'm used to like listening to like Zeppelin.
I understand. With the real instrument,
Yeah,
the real
and they had, like, they would
sounds,
put like microphones like on the other side of the room
that's-
to catch the drums.
and that's still how it's done for real. Like, they have like certain ways of how to do it. You know, the microphone specifically for all that type of stuff. But
yeah.
it's definitely doable, I think, nowadays. You know, so what would you say, like, is if you had an opportunity to work with like an artist, who would be the top one that you would choose? Or even a producer, guitarist, or anybody who is like you really are inspired by. If you could work with them, who would it be?
Locally or like across
Anybody.
the board?
Anybody, yeah. They don't even have to be alive. It could be somebody who's bad.
I really want to work with Santana, like really bad.
Yeah.
Before I'm done with.
Yeah.
Before he's done with.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, so tell me, because we're pretty much here at the end. We're doing them short today. Tell me all of your socials, anywhere that we could follow you and all that good stuff.
So my like professional account for myself is officially_Marie with a 0 where the O should be.
Okay.
And then my band Instagram is just no caps, no spaces, Marie and the Flow.
Okay.
And it's just Mari.
And do you guys have music out yet that we can hear, or not yet?
I have solo music out.
Got you.
I have Pulling Me, which is a single, Morning Sun, another single, and then the Vanta EP, which is just, you know, I record from my home. And then Pulling Me was done at Soul Haven. But I would love to either get the band out at your spot
Gotcha.
or around here.
Yes. Either way is you're gonna get the results. You know. And then the last thing I would say I would want to ask is, shoot, I just had it, and then like I just thought about something totally different. Hold on. What are you? Something's blocking it. That's not what I was, but I like that though. I'll go with that for the final question. What is the hardest thing about being an artist for you? Thank you.
The hardest thing about being an artist for me is I'm a very introverted person. So, like, and this is not going where you think it's going.
Gotcha.
So, like, as far as booking goes,
Yeah.
a lot of the people that I've worked with will be like, why don't you just go to the venue and talk to them? And it's like, I don't do well meeting people the first time. I get clammy,
Yeah.
number one. Number two, half the time my car broke. Like, where am I gonna go with a shitter?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the struggles of like needing the funds and the resources to do what I need to do to even get myself out there, get that leg up.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but I have found a solution to that is just confiding in people, you know, making friends that can kind of meet you where you're at and help take you farther.
Absolutely. I do remember the question that I was going to ask. Are you open to featuring with people? Do you do like maybe somebody needed a guitar or some vocals? Like, do you ever do features with other artists, or are you more or less like
100%, absolutely.
Good to know.
Absolutely.
Good to know.
Yeah.
You have a sound that I would love to put on a record. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was listening like, dang, all right, this
Thank
is
you.
solid.
And it's not just like vocals or nothing too. Like people a lot of times think like I'm like it, and that's not how I see it. Like, it's like I can do a guitar, I can play bass, I can sing, like back up.
Exactly.
Like use me. You know what I mean?
Damn right. Well, I appreciate you coming to stop by with us. I would hopefully love to get you to the studio soon to talk to you guys and your band some more. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. I'll try to get them connected.
Thank you. All right. Well, give us a few minutes. We'll be back with the next person. Thank you, guys.
Hi, I'm Marie Cornell. I am sort of a blues and southern rock alternative artist. I heard about the link through Gabby and never been here before, just, you know, very excited to dip my toes, if you will. My kind of persona online is a little Broski Nation. I watched a lot of Brittany Broski, so I mean, you can kind of see traces of that. Also, I just kind of like to keep it as real and authentic as possible, not into like too many theatrics, but we'll get into that somewhere down the line, hopefully. I just want to know as well, are you on the link?
Yo, what's up? It's Deja Vu. We here with the Link Agency. Y'all better tap in, man, if you're trying to link. Get with it.
Hey y'all, it's AyeMontie is just a podcast here at the Link Creative Event. Per usual, we have
Deja Vu.
sitting on the couch with us. Tell us a little more about you.
Yeah, I'm just a rapper, producer from the Newport News area. I've been doing this shit for over a decade, so I'm just trying to get my music out there, get my message out there, and, you know, have fun doing this.
I feel it. What would you say your message? Well, really, what is your message that you're trying to get out there?
I just make music for people that, like, they need that motivation in their life, because it's hard times out here, and, like, so I just try to, in my lyrics, like, talk about stuff that, like, will give people some empowerment and, you know, positivity.
Most definitely, I feel it. So, what kind of genre would you consider your music?
I mean, I'm a lot boom bap inspired. I listen to a lot of 90s music, jazzy stuff. It's kind of lo-fi, but just like lyrical rap and a little bit of melody.
Okay, since you said you like lyrical rap, out of the artists that are at the top, I would say right now, whom would you say are your top 3 artists?
Shoot. I mean, Lil Wayne's one of my favorite artists, but it's mostly like Carter 2, Carter 3 era. I don't want, you know, after the Carter 6, I don't want people to, like, they gonna talk about that Lil Wayne. He need a little bit of work on that joint, but it's all good. J. Cole, Kendrick. I've been listening to Kendrick more lately, honestly. The other day I was listening to Pimp a Butterfly.
Okay. Well, what would you say really made you start doing music?
I'm always been creative since I was a kid. So I'm just like the type of person that I see somebody like creating something cool. I'm like, yo, I want to try to do that myself and put my own spin on that. So it just went from there.
Okay. And you said you've been doing this for about a decade. So, like, did you have any friends or anything that, like, pushed you, like, because I know a lot of people started off with, like, a group of friends that get together.
I mean, I've been doing it mostly myself, but, like, my friends at high school was the people that motivated me to do it. Because my first song I dropped, I put that up on Facebook, and people was, like, you know, just sending me so much love from it. I'm like, I'm going to keep doing this.
Yeah. Do you engineer it all?
Yeah, I mix all my own stuff. I produce too.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. I'm thinking you just artist. You over here, you put it all together.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh, enough. It's making me a little mad because you are so timid. Oh my God. It's not mad. It's a good thing. But it is his birthday as well. So I just wanted to get a little shout out to.
Deja vu.
Yes, Deja Vu. And that's another thing that I think that was kind of funny because you do have a familiar kind of face.
Oh, okay.
And it was funny that your name is Deja Vu too. So it was like, oh wow, that's funny. What really gave you the inspiration for your name?
So when I first started rapping, I went by TJ Hip Hop because my name's TJ. But as time went on, I wanted something with like a little bit deeper meaning to it. Just being inspired by like other artists' names, and I was kind of just going through a lot of stuff, and so I was kind of inspired by like just going through those cycles of things that I was trying to overcome.
I mean, honestly, I feel like that's where the best music comes in. You really just gotta go with the flows of life.
Yeah.
I love it. So do you have anything that you have going on as of right now?
I'm working on finishing my album for the summer. It's called Excursions. It's gonna be like 7 tracks, just like vibes, summer vibes, party vibes, just feel good music.
Okay, feel good music. So, like, tell us what's something that you would like people to know about you as an artist.
I meditate. I take care of my mental health. It's important.
Very important. I mean, I feel like that's the key. It really is.
Yeah. For especially if you're an independent artist, like it can be an anxious space. You know, just there's so many variables to things. And, you know, you just gotta take care of yourself, or you'll lose it.
Most
honestly.
definitely. You will lose yourself in a chaotic world. You have to find that sense of peace. Most definitely. So what's something that you're looking forward to accomplishing musically this year outside of your album that you are dropping this summer? Because we can't make it seem like it's a small accomplishment.
Honestly, just doing more shows. This year was like the year I really started to get out and get involved more. So I just want to do more shows and collaborations and be part of things.
Definitely felt. Better yet, where can we find you? What are your socials?
Deja Vu Jams on Instagram and TikTok too. And then my music, just search Deja Vu, like Deja Vu with the T.
Got you. Well, is there anything that you want the people to know before we wrap it up?
I'm out here.
Out here. And when you say out here, are you out here 757 locally? That's one thing I do want to ask too. Do you like ever go further outside of the 757 with your music?
A little bit. I got a busy life, so I got to find the time. I try to, maybe like DC or Richmond. I've been to Richmond. A lot of stuff I've been doing lately is just like Norfolk and Virginia Beach, though, to be honest.
Okay, understood. Got it. Well, y'all heard it here first. Deja Vu. All right, we're sitting on the couch today with Austin. Nice to meet you, Austin.
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
It is nice to have you. I want to learn a little bit about you.
Sure, yeah.
So, tell me about yourself.
Oh boy, Gemini.
Oh, so you're moody.
No, oh yes.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate the honesty. Mister?
No, I got it. Yeah, I've been playing music for a long time. Like, I think my first guitar lessons were probably 11 years old, I think. And then, it's a very interesting time to come up playing music through like the late 90s, early 2000s, when music has changed a lot.
Most
the industry has changed a lot. So I've been doing that the whole time. I live in Norfolk now. I grew up in Dallas.
Okay.
I've been here for about 10 years. So, I think I've
Well, I just want to say if the music doesn't work out, you could definitely model. Like, you got the face for it. Like,
Thank you.
definitely. It's just poised. But okay, you said guitar. But
That might have just derailed the whole interview. Let's just talk about that. Let's start making plans for.
no, but you did say that you play guitar. Is there any other instruments?
Guitar kind of comes with bass.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different beast, I guess, because it's more rhythmic. But in terms of the notes and everything, so started on guitar, segued to bass. Kind of jumping back and forth. Very weak piano player. I take lessons, but not too much. And then singing, I enjoy singing in one of the bands that I'm in. Some real aggressive yelling and screaming involved. So vocals of many.
So are we
calibers.
closer towards the like rock yelling and screaming, or like soulful funk screaming?
Definitely the rock screaming.
Okay.
For the particular band called Dead Friends. That,
Okay.
Yeah, I think we started in 2016 or 17, and that is kind of the vibe of it. It's very loud in your face.
Okay, you
So
said
it
it's
kinda calls for
different.
That's just a genre of music I've always been drawn to. I think I never got over the teens angsty stuff. It was always the music I like to listen to, as much as I love, real dancey, upbeat music. That's what I was like brought up on from a childhood. But then when I rebelled from pop and R&B and honestly like gospel and church music, my rebellion was really heavy stuff.
You found your niche. You found something that's like.
I think so. It was maybe the dumbest niche possible because the ceiling on heavy music is very low. But I still enjoy it. I enjoy jumping around. There's not really another job that you can have where you can literally scream at a group of people.
And they'll pay you to do it.
And then, well, ideally you'll get paid. But at least you get away with maybe some applause. A smattering of applause after you lose your mind in front of a group of people. So that's fun. I am also playing guitar in a band called Emerald Beat that is way more it's a pop band, which is kind of stretching my talents a little bit, but it's way more fun, way more happy.
Yeah.
Some dancey kind of pop music.
So, being that it is something different for you, would you say, what did you find challenging about breaking into the genre?
The lighter pop genre. Not being able to mask mistakes. In the heavy genre, if you're in the ballpark, you're fine. Dead Friends does have a lot of like 3 or 4 part harmonies in the choruses, and we utilize a lot of big vocal. All of us sing, all 4 of our members sing. So like it's a blend of yelling and stuff. Also, surprise, we can do a 4-part harmony, a la Seal or somebody like that. You know? But with the pop stuff, the guitar work needs to be crisp, perfect.
Definitely.
We got a couple gospel guys in the band that really make me feel like an idiot because gospel musicians are so tight.
Oh yes, everything has to be to a T.
Yeah, so it reminds me that I've been getting away with some sloppy stuff in the past, but that's a lot of fun. I don't know how in the weeds you want to get on it, but branding of a pop band versus like we're an angry yelling band. We're just that's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's like
Just put the devil on your album cover.
no, really, you're gonna attract your crowd.
With pop music, it's a little more nuanced. You gotta be lighthearted, but not Mickey Mouse Club. Not we're all in this together.
Yeah, don't be too corny, but relatable.
So the branding is good. But musically, yeah, I think primarily just being like, man, I've gotten rusty on just clean guitar, really hitting everything. Yeah, it's fun.
So would you say it's a positive challenge?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. It's yeah, the positive challenge musically. Also, the guys are a little bit younger than me, and so they don't have they're not jaded and they haven't been around since forever. I just turned 39 last week, so
Wow, you know what? I gotta give it to you once again. They say black don't crap, but you look great. What? Oh my God.
I appreciate it.
You
I
are
appreciate
welcome.
it. Before we started, you did mention that I should be in the running for Clark Kent Superman.
You should.
But I think I might have aged out.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think I could commit to that many films. I got stuff to do.
No, I feel you.
I get tired early in the day.
I wouldn't blame you. But Superman gets tired sometimes.
It's true.
He does.
It's true. The Fortress of Solitude sounds so good to me. Like his hideout that he goes to. I would be Superman just for that. Just to have a place to go.
No,
rest.
really. See, and then I automatically take it to Family Guy. No, Superman, no home. No.
That he has a maid that
No, yeah.
cleans up. Mhm.
But so you did say that you are from Dallas.
Yeah.
You've been here for how long?
Like a decade. Like
A decade?
10 years,
Okay. What moved you out here?
Family
Okay.
and stuff. Yeah, I was a part of a few music projects there, and one kind of wrapped up right around the time that I visited my parents, who at the time lived by the beach, and I was like, I've been landlocked for so long, and so I had to come up and relocate. And originally, I'm not even sure it was for good, but it's been 10 years now, so kind of put roots up around the area.
Okay. Well, you said it wasn't for the good.
Well, for good. I didn't know if I was moving.
Oh, moving here for good.
Yeah.
Okay. But at least you like you said, you put roots. So even if you were to go somewhere else, you could always come on back home.
That's true. And I do love travel. I spent some time touring in the mid 2000s, and yeah, there are a lot of really beautiful places in the country. But yeah, I think I'm here for.
Okay. Well, since we're about to wrap this up, I want to end it on, since you said you're touring, what was the worst thing and the best thing about touring?
It is. The two are kind of linked. I love touring. Granted, I was in my early 20s when I was touring, so I was built for it. Just nothing could, didn't wake up sore every day. And then traveling was amazing. But also, there's this thing that happens when you travel for like a year straight, where you're out for long enough that you miss home. And then once you're home for about 48 hours, you're like, I gotta get back out there. It's weird kind of. And then once you're out, you are missing out on all your friends and families. You're missing birthdays, you're missing all this stuff, and you're in what I refer to have always Never Never Land, from Peter Pan, where you don't age. You're just doing your thing, and then you come back to reality, and all your friends have grown up, and they're all, you're not abiding by any rules while you're out there. You don't have a day job. Asking people at the show to go party, and they're like, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah. But yeah, that was definitely a thing that.
Okay, well, are you performing tonight?
I am not. I did not prepare.
All right.
Maybe next time. I'm
Well,
just
it
gonna
was
go
nice
a little bit. But
chopping it up with you in Austin.
very much. I appreciate it.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Socials.
My socials. Instagram is Austin Tom. AUSTIN. TOM. AUSTIN. That's on everything. Yeah.
All right.
I don't post that much. Only when I'm promoting something that's
Gotcha.
obnoxious. But
Yeah. Understood.
thank you.
Always. Thank you.
Hi, peace and love. It's Big Torin here. I am a music artist, performer, producer, pianist, and preschool music teacher. I'm here at the Creative Link, and one thing I loved about this event was the camaraderie, the community, and the opportunity for people to express themselves musically and express themselves in just a poetic form. And one last question. Are you on the link?
Oh, we ready? Hey guys, where's the camera at? Okay, here we go. This is HO Podcast. I'm here with
Big Torin.
Big Torin. I'm See the Rage, and today we're gonna get into it and just figure out who exactly Big Torin is. Okay?
Yeah.
So I noticed you were obviously playing the keys out there.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
I'll say it's been different processes through the years. I started in middle school, I'll say professionally.
Okay.
I'd say professionally, making money about 15 years.
Okay. So
Yeah.
are we talking lessons? Are we talking self-taught? How do we get our skills?
My father knew how to play. He
Ooh.
showed me. He showed me a gospel hymn called "Leaning on the Everlasting Arm." Put my name off. Called "Leaning on the Everlasting Arm" in the key of G major. That was my only lesson. The rest of it self-taught.
So you're basically like a genius. Yeah.
Thank you, God.
That's what we gotta call it.
Yeah.
Call it genius.
Hey,
I wish y'all could have heard. You definitely gotta check him out.
Mm,
Okay.
really
So
appreciate that.
how else can we get into this?
Uh-huh.
Do you make your own music?
Yes, I produce.
Okay.
I use Ableton. Any form of producing.
Is it just sticking to this genre? What genres do you do?
Well, being that I know how to play the piano, it lets me be diverse with multiple genres. But I can things that has spread my name has been hip hop,
Okay.
R&B, and house music.
Okay.
Those are the formulas that's kind of been the thing. But also film composition.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I could definitely see that with your ability on the keys.
Word.
Yeah, I would definitely, I could imagine maybe you coming in during like a fight scene or an
Yep.
action scene,
Yep.
all crazy.
Yes.
Okay. What is one of the most difficult things about being an artist slash producer slash just being into music? Just what would be an obstacle for you right now, currently?
Okay. I would say, for me, I speak affirmations for myself. So I affirm my existence. So the obstacles is not as what other artists are going through, but
Ah, I love that. So we've got an optimistic like frame on everything, like as we go through challenges.
yeah, it's to build the experience. So when you go through something, you know how to handle it. But I would say, as a producer, when you produce something for an artist and then they post it online or something, they'll just post it online and then they don't put the producer or something. So that's one obstacle I faced in my past.
Getting people to credit you for your work.
I would say in the region of being in Virginia, 757, one of the things is entertainment. So it's not big funding for art and entertainment.
No, not yet. They don't know about us.
So an obstacle if you're not. For me, I play piano, so I get booked to play events and gigs, which is an aspect to me pay my bills and stuff. However, but if I'm a rapper, I have never got paid to rap somewhere.
Got you.
As in a local scene, but as far as like singing, you could do cover songs. So it's like the obstacle is on.
So they need to open up the lanes a little bit and open up the money opportunities and pathways, is what you're saying, like where we're from.
Yes, having things like this gives the people, the link creative, for the people who may not have a set following, or maybe not saying just starting out, but you want to build yourself and get more and more. And like, what's the base I can start with? Things like this opens us up. Like she said, somebody perform 3 years from now, just from an opportunity. That's all it needs sometimes, an opportunity.
That's amazing. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay. If you just had to make a genre that you were uncomfortable with, do you think that you could just jump into it and do it?
Definitely.
That's awesome. I
Most
wanted to know a little bit more about your adaptability, your flexibility. So when you go up there with artists, do you already have like preset songs that you've already recorded together, or do you just freestyle? Can you tell me a little bit more about your process?
Yes. It's two areas. One side of my brain has to be like real creative and free. The other side has to be administrative. So it's already something preset, but I can't improv on the spot. If you ask me to just play, I can do it. I love being organized.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I feel like I'm also my best self when I'm organized. I was just telling one of my friends that I'm not as organized as I am. And some people think it's like you being like anal or whatever, but it actually really just helps things flow smoothly. You're prepared. You're your best self. You're
Yep.
showing up.
Yep.
So I agree.
There's a thing called the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and it's navigating. Navigating means you're not searching. You know your course of destination. So it's you predetermine a course of action, you lay out goals, then you go into go mode of everything you need to do. So it's always good to have a plan.
And with that framework, you're gonna always get what it is that you set out to do, no
Yes.
matter how many times it takes, because
Exactly.
you've got your framework for achievement at the end, and you're in a positive mindset. So yeah, I'm already picking up what you're putting down. Okay, we're coming to our end,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna ask you probably one or two more questions.
Sure.
Who is a dream artist for you to work with?
Dream artist for me to work with. So, okay, I'll say this. I'm gonna say this. For God in the universe, if there's an artist that's a new artist, that's a dream, I'm open to that. Just putting that out there that I never met, because sometimes we want to work with old artists that we grew up on. I'm gonna just say, Nas.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy
That
because
would be fire.
I know y'all see me play
If you
keys.
sampled your keys for a beat, that would be fire.
I wanna work with Young Thug,
Okay.
Gucci.
Okay.
What's the dude with the DM message? Gotti, Yo Gotti. Yeah,
Appreciate that.
that's my down south people, and and maybe Crystal Waters house music type of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. You look up to anyone musically specifically?
I am a certain influence. I wouldn't necessarily say look up to, but yes, Teddy Riley, Devontae Swing from Jodeci, Fat Swaller from the 1930s and 40s, Art Tatum, pianist and things like that.
These are really interesting influences. I'm glad I asked you that question.
And can I add Kurt Franklin too?
I like Kirk too.
Yeah, and I don't be doing the dancing like
There's a lot of soul though.
Oh,
He
that's
does.
how I play. That's a part of Kurt Franklin's style and influence.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Thank you.
Are we good with time? Okay. So I think they're telling me to wrap it up. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask you like one more good question.
Sure.
Think about it. Are you native to this area?
Yeah.
Grow up here?
Yeah, Norfolk, Virginia.
That's
I was born and raised in Norfolk, Virginia.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Our place.
Music career started too.
Yes.
Okay.
And my life and journey has DJ Jazzy Jeff spent time at his crib. I met one of my favorite rappers, Rakim. He gave me his.
You met Rakim?
He gave me his
My dad would be
beatbox
jealous.
for him. He gave me his number. He was like, "Yo, what's your man?" And so yeah.
My dad would have been jealous as hell. Okay. Let me get your social media for
Yeah.
the people.
Facebook is Torin Percat. Instagram, Big Torin, BIGTORRIN.
That's very special.
TikTok, it's Big Torin. YouTube is Big Torin, and that's those places you can find me.
Okay. And IMC The Rage. That's going to be Chillest Vibes _.
Hey y'all, it's Michelle, aka She's Trouble. I'm a singer in the Hampton Roads area, looking to expand. I'm out here with the link, having a good time with Gabby. Thank you for Gabby and Tom for inviting me. Are you on the link?
All right, sitting at the Link Creatives event, and we've got Michelle on the couch. Tell me a lot about yourself, because I don't like to say a little.
Let's see. I'm from born in Norfolk, raised in Virginia Beach. I've been out here pretty much all my life. I was actually on the instruments. I didn't start singing for people until I got injured at my job. I would say like in 2018.
Okay.
And since then, I was asked like singing like live or cover bands in the area, and so I've been doing that pretty much since then, 2020, and just been doing some solo projects, background vocals, and everything. So it's been a vibe.
Okay. So you said you started on instruments. What started? Like, when did you start on instruments?
I
What
was
started you?
4 years old. I learned how to play the piano like by ear when I was younger. Like I made songs back then, and then I got, of course, the recorder was a big one for everybody. Violin was major, and clarinet. I was on that for like 6 years. That was my favorite one.
Oh, so from the beginning of time, you knew that you could play.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay.
I didn't start singing, or no, I could sing until I was like maybe 9 years old. I never like pursued it because I'm very introverted, so I prefer to kind of be like in the background of things. But as of the past few years, I kind of been like getting out there a little more in that regard. So.
I can definitely relate to that. Most
Yeah.
definitely. So you said you just started doing the singing situation, well, singing publicly since 2020.
Yes.
But
Well,
have you
actually, like as a performer, usually a karaoke type vibe. I would do that I was doing that for a little while.
Okay.
And I was even in there was a karaoke contest, the Karaoke World Championship. In 2018, they flew us out of Vegas for to compete in that. That was pretty cool.
Oh wow, that's crazy. So what would you say was your biggest accomplishment? Since you didn't mention that, like that's wow.
I think that was one. I would say that was probably one of them. Also, I was flown out to Vegas again to sing for a wedding. Not too many. I would say about 2 years ago. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Start getting flued out. Start
No,
doing stuff. That's
really?
when it's like okay, then I can actually do something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so better yet. So and like you said, you were an introvert and you were playing instruments more. So, who would you say pushed you the most to really get out there and start?
To start singing, I think it was mainly based off of I had a work injury. I used to do Latin dancing. I love Latin dancing. I did that for like 10 plus years, just going out with my friends, hanging out. And I had a work injury, so even like watching people dance, my muscle memory would kick in, and it would bother me to watch people dancing. So I kind of like stayed at home. I want to stay at home or whatever. So that's when like I started getting more into singing, like karaoke, and then wanted to like get into studios, perform live for people too.
Okay, so you said you Latin dance. Like you used to just go in like salsa, like
Salsa, merengue, bachata, even some zumba, that's African. Yeah, it's a vibe.
Okay.
Real good time.
You seem like a good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm loving it. So, where do you think that you get your inspiration from when it comes to your vocals?
My vocals, I love like the lower register singers, or lower register and rasps. Anita Baker, the Sade's, a newer, the more updated like Jasmine Sullivan for sure. I love singers like that. They're real smooth but can do so much with their voices at the same time. And even though she's younger, like Samara Joy is phenomenal as well.
That's crazy that you said that because that's everything I was saying about you when you were up there performing. I was back there like, oh my God, listen, what did she just do? Okay, I love that.
Thank you.
You are very talented, very much so talented. So, I'm gonna get on a lighthearted situation. Let's get to know more about you. Who would you say that you are as a person?
As a person, I have a lot of tabs open in my brain. I'll say that for sure, to say the least. I'm big on like music, of course. I also like learning different things about business. I'm big on people, just being able to meet new people. Even though I'm introverted, like I still love being able to meet good people, genuine people, and like networking with them and connecting good people. So yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I can definitely relate to it. So, is this your first time being at one of the Link Creative events?
Nope, I've been to maybe I would say this is maybe fourth.
Okay.
I would say fourth or fifth. I would say around there.
Okay. See, and so you were at the house in Virginia Beach.
I was not at
You weren't there. Okay.
the road, not yet this year.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But, well, is there anything like? Do you have any events or anything that you have coming up anytime soon?
Not that I can think of at the moment. So hopefully in the near future, just follow me on Instagram, SHEZ treble, like treble clef, so TREBLE 757. I'm there and also on Facebook as well. So that's about it.
Okay. Yeah. And did you have it? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have any more topics. Good to
Guys, this is the H Show podcast. I'm See the Rage, and we're here with Goddess CG. You see how our names complement each other? We've got a lot of strong feminine energy in the building.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, can you tell me a little bit about who you are as an artist?
Oh, wow. Yes, ma'am. So it's actually funny. The DG is a part of my rebranding. I dropped a project. We were talking earlier a little bit. Dropped my first project in 2019. I was in Colorado. Just going through things. I was actually going by the name Drug Goddess. I won't get into that.
I like that though. I like it.
And the name was just becoming too controversial.
It didn't align.
It did not. And it was certain organizations didn't really want to like deal with me. They weren't as welcoming because it was like, yeah, the drug was, but what does that mean? And it was more or less, I was saying that a goddess is what I am and music is my drug of choice.
They didn't get it.
You know, but that's fine. So we just went to DG, the goddess, and that's kind of where I am. I am a songwriter. I am from Hampton Roads. Was born in Georgia, but Virginia is home. I've been here since I was 3 years old. So.
What part of Georgia?
Warner Robins, the Air Force Base down there.
That's awesome.
In the sticks.
So what brought you to Virginia?
I'm a military brat. My mom was Air Force, so she got stationed at Langley, settled here, and the 757 is what raised me. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So technically, still would count that a homegrown 757.
Oh yeah, you've already know.
Absolutely.
7.5 energy all day, baby.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you, what is one of the hardest things for you as far as just one of the challenges you've encountered being an artist? Period.
Being a female.
Ooh, okay. Do a little bit more about that.
It's especially hard when, especially when we're in a time where everything is so over sexualized, hypersexualized. So sometimes it's disheartening when I don't feel like I'm being taken serious, or there's a hidden agenda. And I know all my ladies who make art and go in certain spaces have felt that.
It's a certain way that business is conducted when there's a hidden agenda. They don't care about your artistry at all.
And the double-edged sword to that is when you assert yourself and
now
say,
you're the problem. Yeah, and these will be people. These will be large, known people that everyone else will otherwise.
I'm like, listen, if that makes me to be worthy, so be it, sweetheart. We aren't playing that game.
So, shifting, I want to ask you, who do you look up most to in music?
Oh man, so growing up, I listened to a lot of Erykah Badu.
I could definitely see that. I heard her sing, and there was definitely this kind of sensual, slow, melodic, take you through it kind of vibe. So you guys definitely got to check that out if you're a fan of Erykah Badu, because I could validate that for you.
That is like mother. I listened to a lot of Anita Baker growing up. Lauryn Hill for sure. Etta James is one of my favorites.
Ooh, I love her. She has a very soulful voice.
Yes, Phyllis Hyman. Michael Jackson goes without saying. I was raised by my grandma pretty much too, so I heard a lot of Mahalia Jackson.
Old soul.
Yeah, the upper room was my jam.
Love that. I love that.
So yeah, it's a lot of old blood in me. Yeah,
old influences. Okay, I love that. I can definitely hear that in your music. When I was listening to you, you were talking about your brand and your website. So can you tell us a little bit about how you make that and what that is?
Okay, so shout out to my brother Biggs. That is my mentor. I've been doing artist development with him, and so my whole brand represents finding your tribe, which is my personal journey. I'm on this journey in life, sharing my art and my music, but I'm trying to also find my tribe, my people. And so that's what I'm about, and that's what I represent. I represent empowerment, freedom, love, light, true soul connection. That's what I'm for.
I love that. I actually didn't know that, so I learned that. It's new. Okay, so you have a website. What do you have on the website?
So on my website, I do direct to consumer with my music. My project Mood Music is there, which you can download. I have some merch. I have some Find Your Tribe t-shirts, hoodies, towels. It's some of everything, man. License plate covers, phone cases, workout gear. I'm super into fitness. I had a daughter 3 years ago, and I was like over 200 pounds. And I was like, oh no, this is not it. I got a gym membership, and
great.
Thank you. 9 months later, 50 pounds down. So Monday through Friday, that's my thing. So I'm really trying to brand into the whole fitness, like document my fitness journey and that sort of thing. Social media is difficult for me though. Like, you talk about something that's difficult, that's very difficult.
That's an obstacle for you.
Oh my gosh. Because it's like I'm torn between, I'm a Virgo.
Okay.
For anybody who's into, the stars astrology. But I'm a hermit crab. I'm very private.
Y'all are literally ruled by the hermit in tarot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's like I'm torn between wanting to be social with like my life and personal things, and then protecting it and keeping it private. You know, all the time.
It's a balance. It is a balance because everything isn't for the internet, and sometimes you do feel overexposed.
Right.
You do too much.
Right.
I definitely get that. Okay, what did I want to ask? I had a good one. I just got to get back to it. I asked you your favorite influences. Who, if you could work with anybody right now, would you work with?
Oh man.
Of this time, this day.
Shout out to Glow. Big Glow. I like Flipper T.
Okay.
My affirmations of a real bitch.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you ever hear this.
Yeah, Flip, call me girl.
Okay.
Fly Rich Double. Y'all know the song Mississippi? No. I'm not even from Mississippi, but it made me feel like I wanted to get on ACV to just show out real quick.
Look it up.
Yeah, we got to run that. See, I'm giving you free promo, Fly Rich. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Oh gosh, who doesn't want to feature with Chris Brown? I mean,
I'm split on Chris Brown because I feel like his behavior is a little bit.
No.
A little bit.
I don't want to feel you. I don't want to feel you. Don't say nothing bad about us if you see that.
So I'm gonna stay out of Chris Brown territory though.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Okay. Oh, I would love to work with Kaylani. I love her
voice is amazing.
I love her vibe.
I was just telling somebody I love her voice.
Tiana Taylor.
Powerful.
Ooh.
Powerful lady.
My goodness. Yes, those are some of my like tops right now.
I love that. Okay, so I've got your influences.
Yes.
I even heard a little bit about your workout routine. That made me want to know, what does a normal day in the life look like for you? How do you balance that with being an artist?
Oh man, so I wake up in the morning about 6 o'clock. During the school year, I'm getting 5 kids ready for school, get them out the door. I'm suited up. I go to the gym. I get an hour in there. That's kind of like my therapy, because once I leave the gym, I spend the day with my grandmother. I'm her caregiver / home health aide. So that's kind of like my work-life balance. When I leave her in the evenings, I usually try to, I actually have set on my phone scheduled times like for writing, creating, all that kind of stuff, because otherwise I just might get overstimulated, overwhelmed, shut down, and not do it.
Queen. I myself am also organized. I believe in organization.
You know, if not, I feel disheveled in my head, and then it's like madness.
Tabs open.
Right.
That's how I like to say it. I got way too many tabs open right now. We gotta close these out.
Exactly. Consolidate down to like the top 3. You know, 20 down
the
to
priority
good.
The way so I could breathe. I know exactly how you feel.
Right.
Yes. Okay. So what are your goals for this year looking like?
I dropped a project, Black Sheep, at the end of May, and it's doing well. Getting ready to shoot some more videos. I have a video coming out, Better, off of that project, and I'm getting ready to drop again on my birthday, September 13th. So I got a lot of music coming, and some shows.
Where can they
on the
find
way.
that?
All my information, keep up with me, goddessdg.com. Please drop your email, subscribe, join the tribe, and keep up with everything I got going. Follow me on this journey. Let's connect.
Okay. It was lovely hearing from you.
Thank you so much.
I'm See the Rage, and this is
the Goddess DG.
Okay. We're good. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sierra, aka See the Rage. I'm out here at the road to TLC camp. You can find me on Instagram at chillisvibes_. I'm just out here at the event having a good time. Everybody's connecting, and a bunch of creatives are just enjoying each other. And are you on the link?
And we are back. AyeMontie is back here with A Chillishness podcast. Again, thank you guys for doing the interviews. We're all just kind of moving around, and I got the girls in the back helping me out. Thank you, because with the music playing, it's just like hard to just keep my thoughts. That's where I'm like, I have it, and then it's just my thoughts are going all over, because then I'll listen to the music. But we are here. Sheesh, thank you. Anyway, well, we are here with Miss Smiley. Y'all have seen her on the show before, so you know, reintroduce yourself anyway.
What's up? My name's Smiley, also known as Young Smiley now. Artist, producer, engineer, You need me, just hit me.
Yeah, right. She too cool for school today. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually jealous of the glasses because they're them not mad scientist glasses. I was low-key about to seal them off your face about 3-4 times, but I won't do it. I just like those glasses. I fuck with them shits heavy as a bitch. Nah, it's all good.
You sure?
Good. I can't because I ain't giving them back.
Oh, okay.
Nah, it's all good.
Okay.
Nah,
Everybody been having a hard time giving them back.
it's just a tough. Nah, I like them shit. Nah, so what you on, man, besides the music? Gotcha.
My patience, my grind, and my money.
I already know. I see a lot of work's been done. You've been making some new music. You've been dropping some new shit.
Yeah, I actually got Misery coming out this Friday.
What's that about? Being miserable?
That's hilarious. Nah. So imagine your worst breakup, worst ex, and now compare that to your favorite drink.
Why?
Because it's bad for you, but it tastes so good. Like it's right? Yeah.
Yeah, you got me on that. I ain't gonna lie, that was solid. Yeah, you got me on that shit. That was solid.
It's like I always say, I like my Hennessy like I like my men.
Anyway, I don't even want to goddamn, because right now I'm just, she know. We hate all that shit. Look, we hate all that shit. We just here to make music. We here to make music and get grinds and all that type of shit. Anyway, so, you excited about it, man? Like, because I heard that was a snippet you put on your Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looked like a start, though. Like, it didn't really seem like too much of a song.
Y'all ain't ready for it yet.
I don't want to hear that
Y'all
shit.
gonna look at me crazy when y'all hear the full song. Y'all gonna be like,
Yeah,
what?
I ain't even heard the beat. I'm trying to hear the vocals too, motherfucker.
We getting there. We might be there today. I don't know. You go check out
whatever.
Young Smiley on Instagram. Y'all might.
Shit,
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
So how's the
maybe not.
how's the producing and engineering and producing coming along?
It's amazing,
Yeah.
man. Like, found some new plugins, found some new roads.
What you rocking with?
God Particle is the only secret I'm gonna give out. That's the only secret.
Stop the gatekeeping.
Everything
you
else,
producers
so
with
sorry.
this gatekeeping
Can't.
shit.
I can't. I'm so
can't
sorry.
stand y'all.
You know what Pharrell mixed with?
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
But I never asked either, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Never asked.
Exactly.
Nah, I
And
feel
this
that. I feel
dance-
that. I feel that. I just be hating because I be like, I'm just trying to, like, give me your gems. Like, let me steal that shit and use it myself. Like,
You
what are we
want some
doing?
of our gems? Pop out Friday. We welcome
Alright.
in all artists, all instrument players.
I see what she doing there.
Come
Fair
pop
enough.
out. Come
Plug it.
see the magic.
Plug it. Plug it. Nah, I'm just
Shamelessly.
playing.
Shamelessly.
So have you been working with any artists lately? Or you just
Not nobody new. Not nobody too new. You
Just
know,
same
just
old,
kind of
same old.
staying in my little circle for the time being.
Are
I
you-
do want to get out there though.
That's all about that. So are you planning on expanding out? You planning
Absolutely, absolutely. There's
doing
like
your thing?
several artists that are doing some new things now that I've been trying to like line up. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this album, and I'm gonna ask you to be on it, just cause the feeling. I've been working with feeling a lot.
Working with feeling. That's facts, though. I can definitely understand and relate. What type of music are you looking to start making with these people, though? Like, what are you still venturing around trying to, or did you kind of start finding your sound?
I'm hoping to work on my pen with rapping.
You trying to be a rapper now? Is that what you
Now.
said?
Now.
Trying to be a rapper now?
Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned, man.
I'm just playing.
Stay tuned.
I feel like the bars are probably there, though. I feel like the bars are there. I'm gonna give you that. I'll give you that.
In prison.
I'll give you that.
Here,
I can't rap at all, so I'm just talking shit.
Everybody can rap. You just gotta rhyme. The rhyme is to rap, and the rap is to rhyme.
Yeah, but like, what if I'm just rhyme with dime on time and I didn't do the crime?
I think we're getting too
I'm
ahead of
aligned.
ourselves right now.
That's whack. You feel what I'm saying?
That ain't whack.
What I just said was
couldn't keep
whack
up.
though. What I said was whack though. You feel me? Nah, I'm just fucking. Nah, it's exciting, man. I'm excited for you because I'm definitely seeing growth.
I appreciate
Fucking, you
it.
been out here fucking doing that thing, bro. Gatekeeping that music though. What's your drop plan though? Like, are you just gonna be dropping singles? Or are you looking to work on some projects? Talk to me.
So, Misery is actually a little lead up to this ear-to-ear project called Seasonal Depression.
Okay. And what's that gonna be about?
Seasonal Depression.
Oh.
Actually,
the music.
It's more of a sadder side kind of poking at, everybody gets sad sometimes. It don't matter where you're at, no matter how much fun you having, everybody gets sad sometimes. That's kind of just the message I'm trying to put out there.
I definitely can understand. It's all in the minds, man. It's all in the minds, but we all go through our feels sometimes. So it's that relatable shit. It's that relatable. Excuse me. Yeah, it's definitely that relatable shit, man. Do you have any shows or anything coming up that you're gonna be doing, or?
Not yet.
When you gonna start getting out there?
We getting there. We get baby steps. Baby steps. I got my deer legs on right now.
Yeah,
got my deer legs
That's
on.
fair. That's fair. I got you on that.
Squabble.
Who are some artists that you are looking to start working with?
Top 3.
Yeah.
They're actually in here now. Lash LaRue.
Probably the phenomenal AC3.
Yes, go. How you doing, VA?
All right. So what have you been up to since the last time we've seen you? Because you always come through.
I'm always in the studio, man. Like, this is like my living space. So just collectively working with other artists and just getting stuff done.
Okay, it's felt. So what do you have going on here recently?
Recently I'm working on a brand new single right now. I just released a brand new single. It's called Glitch 444U, and then now I'm working on like 2 or 3 more singles. I can't drop the name yet, but I got some great pop music coming out soon. So
Okay, anything behind the name?
What, my name or
the song name?
So Glitched 444U, 444. Also, you know what 444 means. It represents the peace, harmony, and all these things, attracting things that you really want in life. And me, like, attracting another female that I want in my life. Just the ideal of it all, being in the club and that law of attraction, just being in the club, really, for real. Not necessarily chasing, but attracting.
Okay, and although you are not someone new to our couch, tell the people who have not seen you. Tell us about you.
So as you don't know already, if some of you don't know, I'm a producer, singer, songwriter from Virginia, originally from Richmond, Virginia, and I produce pop music, R&B music, hip hop music, and so much more.
Okay, and one thing that I feel that sets you apart from everybody is most definitely your style.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I always remember Space. You are the space guy. Like, that's who I see every time that I see you.
Yeah.
Who would you say, like, do you have any type of inspiration when it comes to your style at all?
The space suit just it comes from so many different types of things. It represents VA in general, NASA. It represents like overall the aspect of our culture, like between the space and the water. So I just want to give and enlighten people on what that feels like or what that looked like to me.
Okay. Visionary. He said, I want you to see it through me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, let me see. We've gotten into what you got going on here recently. Goodness. I feel like we've had so many interviews with you. I don't like to ask you the same questions over and over and over again.
It's okay. You feel free to ask something new if you feel like it.
Well, I want to know more about you. Are you a father? Do you have any children?
I have no kids that I know of.
Okay.
And really, like, my music, my equipment is my kids. Like, I take care of them just like they're kids. I got to feed them. I got to wipe them down. I take care of them,
You are a father.
Yeah, so I'm a father to my music.
Okay. Come on, you do this.
Yeah.
How long was 757? Are you born and raised 757?
No, I'm originally from the 804. 757 is what I picked up over time. And so 804 and the 757 is both my home. Also the 914 in New York is my home as well, but 804 and the 757 mainly is my home.
Okay. And what started you exactly onto your journey into being as unique as you are? Like, did you start off just out there like that, or?
It's more so just dealing with a lot of trauma and dealing with family issues, being able to navigate through it all and be able to like project it in a way where I'm able to give a light instead of darkness. So I want to be able to show people that they can feel good, they can show other people good, and they can feel it through music as well. So
Definitely.
yeah.
Self-expression, be yourself, be the light.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta be the light in life because this place can be a fucking dark place.
Exactly. Like, it's a lot of dark clouds out here, and people tend to like take things the other way. So I want to take it the opposite direction and show you, hey, like, we can do this. Fuck it up. Like, don't give up.
Are you gonna be performing at all tonight?
I won't be performing tonight. I'm here to support the artists.
Okay. Definitely. Okay, so since you're here to support the artists, I wanted to ask, who is a local artist, top 3 local artists that you are listening to right now?
So I have like quite a few people that I like.
You gotta single it out. I said top 3.
But Michelle is one of my top, and she definitely, she's been in the background for a very long time, and I respect her balance and her journey. She's been doing it for a very long time. Mark P is another artist that I respect as well. And lastly, you got me on this. Like, I'm still trying to debate between a few of them, but if I had to say, I don't know. Well, DaVinci is definitely like one of my top R&B artists. Other artists. We definitely have a great friendship relationship when it comes to the music and just overall just attacking this R&B industry.
Who would you say was your best artist working with?
My best artist working with recently.
And I'm saying outside of just like performing or anything like that, because you're an engineer.
Yeah, I am. My best artist, I gotta give a shout out to Days You. She's definitely coming out to this studio. She's not here right now. She's been coming out to this studio and other studios, dedicating her time to come out to Newport News at my studio and work no matter what the condition is. She makes no excuses. So I gotta give a shout out to her. She's definitely putting in the work. And she got some upcoming music with me as well.
Okay, nice little plug.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of plugs, we are about to wrap this one up, heading towards the end. So plug yourself in. Where can we find you?
So you can find me on all platforms at AC3-2085. That's all streaming platforms, and Instagram, Facebook, and all social media. So check me out.
Anything you want to promote that you have coming up?
So I want to go ahead and promote. Just go to my page, my Spotify. Check out AC3 2085. Be on the lookout for September releases and November releases as well. We're going to be in the second quarter of releasing music, so I want to just promote that and just be on the lookout for all my social media, because I'm going to be announcing brand new singles coming soon.
Okay, well, y'all heard them. Y'all know where to find them. Again, come sitting on the couch and talking it out with this.
Thank you.
Peace.
You know what it is.
Hey, what's happening, guys? We are on the A Chill podcast. I'm C Rage, and we're here with
Gabby ATL.
Hey, Gabby. So, can you tell me a little bit about who Gabby ATL is?
Oh, dang, yes. Gabby ATL is a multifaceted Jill of all traits. I am a music lover.
Like I said Jill instead of Jack.
Yep, I'm the Jill. Hold on. Gotta make sure my crew is good out there. Yeah, because we're live right now.
She really is a Jill of all trades. She's doing like 3 jobs right now.
I'm in here doing an interview at the same time, but that's cool.
And we appreciate that.
Honestly, I'm just a passionate person.
Okay. And I can see that. I was out there while you were introducing people, and that kind of radiated off of you.
It does. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I want to share that with you guys. I think my excitement for music and for this industry, my excitement for this market, and also I think I'm just excited about like being around my tribe.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
And spending time with like-minded individuals.
That's it. You know, like Link Creative, Road to TLC Camp, it really is a safe space for folks to just be themselves. You know, we might go home. I know for me, I might go home and just put on my mom hat and like get into my zone and do my day job. But it's when we're here, we get to be ourselves and we get to interact with, like I said, like-minded individuals who love music, who love this work that we do. And yeah, we are able to be ourselves and share our art with each other. So.
Got you. So I heard that you are balancing a lot. I wanted to know how your personal life ties into your music.
Yeah, these are all my friends.
That's awesome.
So a big part of they're calling me. I'll be there in a minute.
You can't have her.
You got it. Hold it. Ask Tom. Hold it down. Get Tom.
These are her creatives. Her team of creatives calling.
The first MySpace Tom is gone. No, yeah, tell me the question one more time.
It was, how does your personal life relate to your music?
That's it. So I first started this project. Well, first I started off meeting folks as a background singer. So I was doing background singing and just meeting a lot of my friends. And then came out here to Virginia, and my friend asked me to sing background in their band. And yeah, that's pretty much where it started.
That's amazing.
So all these guys are my friends.
Very natural for you.
This is my identity. This is who I am. My friends are here. They are incredibly creative and talented, and I just want to introduce them to each other and see what we can create together as a unit.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
I love that, and I love your connectivity with your crew. Do you have any upcoming projects for us?
Yes. So right now with the Road TLC camp, it's every last Sunday of the month, and then we have actual retreat coming in the fall.
Tell me about the camp and tell me about the retreat.
Definitely. So the camp is a 3-day, 2-night event. It might be longer because folks wanted to stay a whole week last year.
She's fun.
Yeah,
She's fun.
It was a good time. We were drinking and partying. It was a good time. Lots of music was created, lots of connections. So this year we're planning to do the retreat one more time. This time it might be 4 nights. We'll see how that goes. And then then we have the road. So the road is every last Sunday, and we're also launching TLC Radio. We're really encouraging artists to submit music so that we can keep building and promoting music every day instead of once a month. And yeah, just building.
You said launching, right?
Yes.
When this is launched, will we be able to access it? Is it going to be like a website?
Yes. So TLC Radio is a couple things. So it's alive. So yes, you can access it you can join our channel at Link Creative on Instagram, and that's where you'll get all of the links. You can also come on our website, linkcreative.com, and you'll also be able to access the radio there too.
So definitely stay tuned for that. They're making big moves. I want to know, what are some of your goals?
Yeah, personally?
Yeah.
I think my ultimate goal right now is I know I need to increase my value so that I can be more of a service to my clients, to my network.
Awesome.
So I think my goal right now is really to get out more and network more with bigger executives and bigger, brands that could really help us.
Yes, we're expanding.
Expanding completely. Yeah, this is the beginning. This is just the edge of the iceberg right now. Where this is this is just building the vibe right now.
Did you think when you first started that it would get this big?
Yeah, I knew it.
Or visionary?
Yeah. Like I knew it was gonna take on a life of its own. I think because I grew up in an area where things like this already existed, that when I realized it didn't exist here, I was like,
we just have to make it.
We need to create it. Yeah, create the space and the vibe will happen.
So can you tell me about where you grew up at?
Yeah, I grew up in Atlanta.
When you came here?
Yeah, I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, a town called Alpharetta. It's in North Atlanta, and my family is very music oriented. Everyone's a musician. We actually have a famous person in my family.
Do tell.
I love talking about him because I'm so proud of him. Red Rat. He's a big reggae artist.
Okay.
But yeah, he's my first cousin.
Reggae get a lot of love in the communities.
Yeah, he's one of the original dancehall artists. He's got amazing reputation, amazing music, all the things. I love you. Hey Travis, love you. But
did he shape or inspire you in any way?
My grandmother shaped. I would say she inspired all of us. She played a lot of different kinds of music for us, and like jazz, reggae, soca, techno, dance party music, like all the things we grew up on. So yeah, definitely. It's just building. So we're wrapping up. All right. Well, yeah. So please follow us at The Link Creative. You can also follow. I love talking to you. I want to come back. So,
Chillis Vibe.
yes.
See the rage.
Chillis Vibe. Yeah. You can follow me at Gabby ATL. You can also follow us at The Link Creative or The Link Creative Camp.
Please do follow The Link Creative.
Please
Make
do.
sure you keep up with what's going on. I cannot stress enough how much positivity I'm feeling in the room right now.
Oh,
Just creatives meshing and things working together. So you don't want to miss this.
You
Go
don't
ahead and
want to
be a
miss
part
it.
and support it while it grows. Don't come when you're too late and everybody's famous.
Bruh, don't come late.
I don't want to talk to you.
To the party. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy CC. I'm an artist and producer from the 757, and I'm here today at Flagship Studios for the Link Creative event. We're gonna have a lot of talented people out here performing and showcasing their abilities and just getting to know the local music scene. Shout out to the Link Creative for putting this whole event on. And I got one question for y'all. Are you on the link?
Hey y'all, back at it again. It's Tay. A-Chill is just a podcast. I'm sitting on the couch with the lovely
CC.
Okay, CC, tell us about you.
So I'm a artist, producer, and audio engineer from Virginia Beach. I've been around here my whole life, and I've just lately been just meeting a lot of people. I've been doing a lot of production lately, just doing sessions, mixing, mastering for people.
Definitely, and I want to give you your flowers because I see you've been working. You've come a long way from about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a long way, and give you your kudos. Also, I want you to talk more about the whole T-Pain.
Yeah, that was cool. So I had the opportunity to be a part of a online music contest with T-Pain because he has a very big platform on Twitch with like streaming and everything. And so basically what he did was he set up a artist bracket, and he opened submissions on his Twitch and his Discord for people to submit songs, and he would take the first 100 songs that were submitted at a time, and he would go through all the songs. He went through each set of 100 songs and picked 32 artists out of probably he did it. He went through 100 sets of songs probably like 7 or 8 times throughout the whole thing. So he picked 32 artists out of like the 700, 800 submissions, and I just kind of managed to slip in one of my songs for my EP in there, and he liked it. So
How does it make you feel to know that throughout that large process of vetting artists that you were chosen out of 100?
I was just surprised to see that I was able to get my song in there fast enough before he closed the submissions, because the way it was set up with like Discord and stuff, you can set like bots or like automated assistants in the server, and so it would automatically close at 100. So people were just flying through submitting songs, and so I was just really lucky to like slide mine into that set of 100. At the time when I submitted my song, it was towards the beginning of when he was accepting submissions, and I didn't realize how many songs he was actually going to like review, because I thought it was going to be like maybe like 200 songs or like 200, 300 songs. So he went through the set of 200 or the second set of 100 songs was where I was able to slip in, and then he picked me. I think I was like the third or fourth artist he picked out of the first 32. And then I was like, oh wow, okay, that's awesome. And then he just kept going and kept going and kept reviewing music, and I was like, damn, I made it out of like 800 people. That's insane. But
And then you were one of the first.
Right. I was, yeah. And so it was really good. It was really good to know that like someone who was at such a high level enjoyed my music, and it's fucking T-Pain, bro.
No, really,
love T-Pain. So like the fact that he was rocking with my stuff made me feel really good. It definitely gave me that self-confidence boost, I guess.
That
I don't like I don't like to toot my own horn. At all.
And it is very evident that you do not like to toot your own horn because you be sitting on fire. You really do, and that's why I'm giving you your flowers because, like I said, from a whole year from now, even just watching you perform just now. Last year it was, I don't like putting out too much. I'm still getting on the social media and pictures, and you've been flicking it up too.
Yeah,
you have been.
Yeah, that's thanks to Scott over at Frequency. They
shout out to Frequency.
Yes, shout out Frequency. Shout out Scott. So I've been able to be a part of like their group as well and like get to interact with them, and I just be at their events and like network and stuff like that. Worked on a couple tracks with Scott and stuff like that. But he has Frequency member meetups every month, and the people who are like a part of that, every time that they go every month, they get a free photo shoot. And so I've sort of been, that's where like my pictures have just been coming from. I'll go to the meeting, we'll do some cool shit, we'll cook up, we'll do like a pass the aux session, and then we'll end it off with everybody just getting their own little like photo shoot at the end.
That is amazing. Really just networking in general. We got some dope people around here. I mean, amazing is to the point where I now have a playlist where I can just bump a bunch of local artists, and I don't even have to bump nobody else, because we really got fire coming out of the 757, most definitely. Well, do you have anything that you have working on that you're cooking up?
Kind of. Like I said, I've sort of been focusing more on my production and engineering, because I'm really trying to make that I want to turn it into a sustainable income. Getting enough clients, booking enough sessions, selling people beats, like anything. And I just want to be able to get to the point where I can, live off of making music. So that's the first step right now. But there is a plan in motion for an actual album.
Okay.
It's very bare bones, very step one type thing. But it's basically just me creating my own beats. I plan on doing a self-titled album, and a self-produced album, self-everything. It's going to be me writing, producing, mixing. It's all me.
Okay. Well, CC, tell everybody where to find you, since you out here producing. You need these clients.
So you can find me on all social media at itscc757. That's ITSCC757. I got you for whatever you need.
CC is the man. Y'all know where to find him. Yet again, thank you for tuning in.
AyeMontie on the track.
Everybody, AyeMontie, we are back. Just a podcast again. Thank you, Tay. Thank you, CC, for coming on and doing some interviews. Man, we are back with another great legend in the making. Introduce yourself, bro.
I am Marcel, aka Celly was here. CELLY.
Celly was here.
I'm here. I'm on planet Earth, and I'm making an impact. I'm trying to make my mark on the world, you know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Whatever I can, whether it be music, whether it be photos, whether it be videos, anything I can do to get behind some shit, get behind a movement, I'm trying to work.
I like that, and I actually believe you because I see you moving around all the time. Like, I definitely watch and follow the grind, bro, and you be moving and grooving, man.
Truth be told, I was at the man's studio, dead sleep. Working.
Dead sleep while we was on the podcast. And I'm talking, Bo was in there for like 10 minutes, was dead, knocked on the chair.
It was worth it.
I don't even know how you did it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because them chairs are not comfortable, you know what I mean?
Gotta get in where you fit in, man. You know how it is, bro.
Damn right, man. So talk to me, like, how did you even get into the interest of the entertainment business, music business, all that type of shit?
So I grew up, you know what I'm saying, listening to a lot of music. My granddad used to be a DJ when he was in the Air Force.
Okay.
So when my dad was growing up, he had music all around him, so like it kind of trickled down type shit. And then when I grew up, listening to a lot of music, just wanting to be in the music industry, I didn't really have aspirations to be in the music industry as a job until fairly recently. My friend Keith, homie Key, shout out the motherfucking homie Key. If you don't know about the homie Key, you are
We're gonna have to get him in here
asleep.
before the night's over.
That is the GOAT. We gotta get the homie Key in here before the night is over. He put me on. I asked him if he could teach me how to make beats, and he sat down and taught me how to make beats. Come over to my house at 3 in the morning and teach me how to make beats.
Damn right.
And it stuck with me. And then I spent the next year grinding, saving up money to buy a laptop, and now I really feel like it's accessible. It's in your hands. Whatever you want.
Yes,
Ever
sir.
it be that you want, you can get it. You
Yes,
can do
you
it.
can. Absolutely.
Just 2 years ago, if you asked me about any of the music events in VB in the 757, I wouldn't have known what the fuck to tell you. And now I'm in this shit. Now I'm one of the motherfuckers that people see at every event, and they always coming up to me saying what's up. So
Damn right.
It's all love. I hope to see whoever's behind the camera. I hope to see whoever's watching this behind the screen at the next Link event, at the next Vibe Fest, at the next whatever's going on. I would love to see y'all out there. Come on out. Join the community. Join the Link as a fan, as a viewer. Whatever you can do to support your community, please feel free to do it.
Damn right. And how much do you feel like you've grown since like starting to get yourself out into the city? Like, has it helped you grow as a business,
bro?
Getting yourself out there.
Business side, I'm working. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely more professional as a whole. Being able to walk up to damn near anybody and advertise myself and feel confident in my product to be able to accept the work that I'm given if I am giving it. That's one thing that comes with practice and comes with time and doing it. But truthfully, honestly, the growth is insane. I'm not even the same person I was a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You pick up so many different jobs, you pick up so many different skills in a short amount of time, and you kind of take a step back and you look around yourself and everything has changed. So it's crazy to see, but it's also cool to step back into it and be like, all right, I'm a this now. Like 2-3 years ago, I wasn't a photographer, I wasn't a producer. But now,
that's the best feeling.
I do whatever the fuck you need me to do.
That's the best feeling, bro. I can tell you from my own experience, that is the best feeling, to look back at yourself and just be like, damn, like, for me, it's 10 years ago, I didn't know how to do any of this shit. Now I've definitely built a solid name, solid foundation for myself, and it's definitely one of those, like, most rewarding feelings, like, ever, just knowing that you put in hella work to get where you're at. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Monty, too. Even the people behind the screen probably don't even know how much you do, man.
A lot, bro.
This man
I'm
makes
not gonna
beats.
lie.
This man does the podcast. This man does the videos. He does
Well,
the
shout out to you, too, because you doing all the same shit. So,
we
like,
got
I don't
into
even...
a piece of the pod, man. We're wearing 37 different hats, man, making this shit work.
Because that's the only way we can, man, and that's the funnest way, in my opinion. I think, like, doing all of it, just makes it more fun, because you're not just solidified to doing one thing all the time. Like, if I don't feel like making beats, then I'm gonna write, or I'm gonna engineer, or I'm gonna do some videos. If I don't feel like doing any of that, then I'll start making beats. You know, it's like I go through cycles of shit, and I know you go through this shit too, where it's like you have cycles of being super solid on one thing for a while, but then you're like, all right, I'm kind of bored of this, and then you cycle over to something else for a little while.
Into the pictures,
yeah, now I want to get back into editing. All right, let me start doing some research on editing and all that type of shit. So, you know, being able to talk to people who can relate to knowing what it is to do all of this shit, it's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's really cool to, like, when you wear so many different hats and you have this decorations of your day-to-day life are different.
Hell
you
yeah.
are at different events, you're meeting different people, you're seeing a different side of the world. I'm a photographer now. I'm here taking pictures of people, and they're smiling and shit, blah, 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 blah. But then you hear somebody rap, and you're like, oh, I got to be like that.
It's super useful, man. It'll get you into the right room. That's what I noticed, is like the more you know how to do, the more valuable you become, man. And it's like it'll definitely get you opportunities and get you into the rooms with people when they're seeing, you know, you go to events like this, and then you get somebody who just kind of comes in, they people like, oh, what's going on in there? Okay, I fucks with that. And then they want to talk to you after the fact, you know what I'm saying? And oh, so what do you got going on? Shit, I got everything going on. And now they just like, damn, right?
Don't got their eyes open, eyebrows start
damn, right?
jumping
They're
up.
like, oh shit, hold on, what we got going on over here? You know what I'm saying? So, but do you feel like wearing all the hats that we wear, do you feel like it kind of hinders your growth, or do you feel like you have a good solid, like, a routine of growth within all the different aspects of what you do? You know what I mean? Like, do you feel like because you do it all, is it kind of hindering your growth in those
A little bit of
different
both.
areas?
A little bit of both. Because it's weird. Like, when I was a kid, I've always had a problem with doing one thing and just doing that. Like, I really wanted to be a skater when I was young. I wanted to be a pro skater.
Me too.
My cousin Colin, he's a professional skater. Shout out Colin Graham, VB757, putting all in
I
for
was
the
the
city.
vert shit. I was never with the street skating.
I was a vert skater too.
I was
didn't
the
like
vert shit,
street.
bro. I was never good at the street.
Truth be
but
told,
put me in a half
told
pipe,
chat.
I'm going back and forth, B.
Oh God,
All
doing
day,
5
clean
O's
the
and shit.
Damn right.
Man, you know how.
Feel me?
Truth be told, I never learned how to kickflip. But we gonna get past that. Besides the point.
I could ollie. I landed one kickflip, one in my life. It was sloppy as hell. I had 1 foot on the board. Does that count? It was 1 foot on the board. Does that count?
It was dirty, but it counts. It counts.
I don't think it counts, but whatever. I was close.
I
was close.
I used to get in trouble a lot for not trying to stick to one thing. You know, I wanted to be a skater, and then I wanted to be a BMXer, and then I wanted to do football and this and that. And it got to a point where it was annoying to my dad because he was putting all this money into me learning these skills just for me to drop it. But then as a person, like, if you ask me to do an ollie, I'm doing an ollie.
Yeah.
If you ask me to guard somebody on a football field, I'm guarding you on the field. You
Yeah.
ask me to play basketball, I'm playing basketball. So, like, it gives you the ability to be in different places and your growth is slowed down. It's like, imagine being a gardener and all you have to worry about is one tree. So, like, of course that tree is going to grow much more consistently. I only have to worry about one. But if you got 5 different trees,
absolutely,
it's just slowly harder to grow them all at the same rate.
Yeah.
But at least because, you know, we're not gardeners and this is a skill that we can put aside, work on another skill, go back to it. The growth in one section may be slower, but the growth in another section is kind of balancing it out.
Yeah.
And then eventually it gets to a point where 5 to 6 months down the line, they're all grown up a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're all a level higher than they were.
And that's what it is with this stuff.
My
That
fault,
no, you're
Chad.
good. As long as you're consistently rotating through your skills and consistently learning new skills within these different aspects, then you'll be able to continuously grow. Like, as long as, like, I keep editing videos throughout time, I'm gonna keep getting better and better. As long as I keep engineering and mixing and mastering and making beats, as long as I don't just stop and then just completely throw it away, as long as I'm like, all right, well, this week I just only worked on editing. Next week I'm only gonna work on beats. Next week I'm only gonna really focus on engineering. You still are taking the time, and it's not gonna go away as long as you keep on doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Like, I
So-
am behind the camera recently, so getting more shots in these last few days has definitely been, like, feels good to get back in the saddle and work hard because I know I'm about to get back behind the camera more often. But it's also giving me time to let my beats rest because I was heavy on that for the last month and a half.
Damn
So,
right.
Yeah, with wearing the hats, I definitely feel like it can hinder your growth if you look at it like as a big picture. If you're staring at the big picture, you'll never see the growth.
Absolutely.
But if you take the time to
Look at all the details and look at all the
you're like, okay, that's kind of moving a
baby
little
steps,
bit.
man. We can't take a big leap if we're walking in the dark.
Type shit.
Like, there's no point in running when it's dark out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all right, so we are at the end because we're trying to keep them all 10 minutes, man. So tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at undefeated Marcel, undefeated Marcell. 2 L's make a W. Remember that. I'm a winner.
Damn
Marcel.
right.
And Selly was here. You can find me there. Shit. If we meet, ask for my phone number. I'm an open book. I will hang out with anybody. I'll work with anybody. If you seeing this right now and you
It's
want
too
anything
late. No,
done,
I'm playing.
you're more than welcome to hit me up. I am here. 757, 2 up, 2 down. Goddamn, I live it. I breathe it. I rep it.
Damn right.
That's all it is, man. I love all y'all, and I hope to see y'all at the next event.
Damn right, man. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get ready for the next one. I appreciate you, Marcel, for stopping by, bro.
Thank you, Monty.
All right, guys.
Hold on. I feel like I'm being choked. Never mind. Just continue. It's...
3, 2.
Hey y'all, back at it again. It's Tay. HL is just a podcast. I'm sitting on the couch with the lovely
CC.
Okay, CC, tell us about you.
So I'm a artist, producer, and audio engineer from Virginia Beach. I've been around here my whole life, and I've just lately been just meeting a lot of people, I've been doing a lot of production lately, just doing sessions, mixing, mastering for people.
Definitely, and I want to give you your flowers because I see you've been working. You've come a long way from about a year ago. Definitely a long way, and I give you your kudos. Also, I want you to talk more about the whole T-Pain.
Yeah, that was cool. So I had the opportunity to be a part of a online music contest with T-Pain, because he has a very big platform on Twitch with like streaming and everything. And so basically what he did was he set up a artist bracket, and he opened submissions on his Twitch and his Discord for people to submit songs, and he would take first 100 songs that were submitted at a time, and he would go through all the songs. He went through each set of 100.
All right, guys, we are back. AyeMontie back with It's Just a Podcast here at the TLC camp with Blink Creative, man. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Chilling, bro. I just met you a few minutes ago, but
that's facts.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right, my name is McLean, aka Bruce Wayne McLean, aka the half of Van Guardian. You know, the other half is my brother Soul Son, one of the illest spitters out here. To me, one of the best that I've ever, been blessed to actually work with. So,
big fact. And how did y'all meet?
Funny story. He had an event, like a showcase event called Crush Groove, and he gave me the opportunity to actually perform. Yeah, it was popping back in the day. I was actually in college back in the day too. Like I was at Norfolk State, so I started doing music.
I definitely have heard of that before.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope.
Definitely a great vibe.
Damn right. And what got you into the music scene?
What got me into the music scene was just being able to listen to like some of my favorite artists, like 50 Cent, one of my favorite artists. So, like when I was like 10, 11, I was writing. It's crazy because I was writing stuff that I didn't live, not necessarily, but I was just trying to find my way in. So 50 Cent, Eminem, artists like that brought me in. Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott. I was really big on artists like that. Jadakiss, one of my top 5 that are alive.
So what would you say about them and their music that, like, inspired you? Was it the sounds they created? Was it their lyrics? Was it their flows? Like, what really like gravitated you towards them?
Okay. Rap sound. I'm big on a rap voice that that gets me in, that draws me in, and they were making good music.
I feel that.
And they were working with artists that were in VA, so like production from Timbaland and Pharrell.
Yep.
Neptune.
Okay.
So that was really what really gravitated me to them. And 50 Cent story, and then his music, the way it took off back in like 2003, 4 and 5, it really put me in a position of this is what I really want to do.
Damn right. I definitely can understand that. What would you say is like one of the biggest like struggles that you faced so far, like since you started making music? One of those things that's just been like just one of them struggles you've had to continuously face?
That's a good question. I would say consistency, even when it seems like it's not taking off like you want it to.
Understandable.
But I understand that, like, in the industry, it takes money to make money. Like, it takes a certain amount of money to break an artist. And when I say break an artist breaking even and making money off of what they invested their money into the music, not necessarily being like in the mainstream and actually, one of the main artists. No, like break even to where you can see a living from it. Yeah, it takes a lot.
It does definitely take some time. I know we're definitely in a world now where with social media, TikTok, YouTube, we're in a world where labels are becoming less important.
Right.
Do you agree with that statement, first thing?
I would say it depends on what you're trying to do and what the goal is. What do you envision yourself as an artist? Because you can definitely do it the independent route and you own all of what you create. Or you can also build and leverage to where you want to be a mainstream artist, and that's when the connections, everything that comes with a label is into play, and then you just leverage a deal to where you're still able to do it the way you want to do it, but they're giving you a platform to reach more people than you would as an independent artist.
Right. Which makes sense, because I think for me, I just look at a label as a loan marketing service. It's just kind of what I look at them as for the most part. I would say as an independent artist, if you have if you're somebody like me, I'm going to go into that situation with I'm going to use them for my own benefit, knowing that I'm going to be used by them for their benefit. Meaning I'm going to take the networking connections. I'm going to take everything that I'm going to learn, everybody that I'm going to meet. I'm going to hold on to all that so that way when my shitty deal is up, I can create myself a better situation. You know, that's how I go into it, you know. And I only ask this, are you looking to get signed, or are you looking to try to really do it independently?
I think it just really depends on the deal that's presented, and whether or not they believe in the vision and where this Vanguardian is going and where we want to take it.
That makes sense. Is there any like directions you would like to go as far as labels, like any dream labels maybe you'd love to be a part of or anything like that?
I think usually that's an artist that's really big on who they love personally, but I think it just depends on like what label really believes in what the vision is for Vanguardian.
No.
And then us as like, you know, artists on an individual level. However, like Vanguardian, like I said, it's a movement. It's not just music. Like, we want to build a universe. We want to bring in creativity, entrepreneurship, and then education.
Gotcha.
Like, and then we love anime, so like we add that into the mix.
Damn right. Anime is definitely always like one of those things that solidify probably cooler people than not. Because like I feel like everybody who I know who likes anime is definitely a lot cooler than people who I don't. Like they definitely have cooler vibes most of the time.
Yeah, usually.
And the craziest thing is I don't really watch anime. I'm a wrestling guy, so I feel like anime, wrestling.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
I don't have a favorite, but some of my tops right now, all time Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero? Okay,
Eddie,
all right. That's one of my guys.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, top 5 that are alive, Eddie Guerrero, for sure.
I'm gonna say he's probably my all-time favorite. But right now, give me the Jey Uso. Man, I like Gunter. I like, who's really killing it right now? Give me a Will Ospreay.
Okay.
Give me a, this is an underrated one, man, but give me a Daniel Garcia. I'm a big AEW guy just because I got my first placement with them last year.
That's so dope.
I did Private Parties entrance team last year.
That's
so
dope.
My boy Ty Lee, he's security for them. Shout out to Ty Lee. But I'm a big advocate of AEW now, and all them wrestlers are just sick. You know what I'm saying? But it's not about me right now. It's about you.
Okay.
What is your main goal with your brand? Like, where do you want to take it?
I think we'll leave that up to the fans to actually see where we're going with it. Because right now, we're in the infrastructure phase. We want to build the community. We want to build that movement. And we want to let them know it's not just about the music. It's about everything that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
But usually it spreads like wildfire. So we want to just get everybody involved. We know where we want to go with it, but we want to make sure that it's so involved that like the unpredictability is like a supernova. It explodes and it goes just about being everywhere.
Damn
as
right.
long as it's on a positive note.
So talk to me about the music that you've been dropping. I see that you have it's a single.
Yeah, Block. That's one of the tracks that we have, man, and it's probably gonna be one of those singles that we release later. The next single that we're gonna be releasing that we agreed on was Combination to the Safe.
Okay.
One of it's a cold record, and we was able to get GQ, who was actually on Ninth Wonder's label, Chandler Records.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's fire.
Yeah, it was one of those connections I was able to make early on because I was just a fan of how he flows.
Right.
So, you know, he has dope music.
Okay. Do you guys have any upcoming shows that you guys will be doing? Any events or anything like that?
Yeah, we do. Thursday on the 26th, Cypher Thursdays with Q5. Shout out to Q5.
Okay.
Yeah.
In performance-wise, like, are you looking to start doing more shows? Or
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? What's your goal for performance-wise? Like, are you trying to hit bigger stages? You trying to just kind of like have you done a lot of performances? That's the first question I should ask.
Believe it or not, I just got back from Spain last year. I was stationed out there in Spain. So I got out.
Was it beautiful?
Yeah. It was nice. I was in the Navy. Got out, disability, my years. You know, they took care of me. So, you know, getting back in the mix, just want to be, you know, just trying to get back into the culture.
Damn right.
So when it comes to like rocking the stage, man, whoever wants us to come and rock the stage, we coming.
Damn right.
Just want to make a statement.
Damn right. All right. Well, man, I appreciate you coming to talk to us today. Tell everybody where they can find you, bro.
They can find us at Vanguardian Movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vanguardian Movement. Make sure you guys are going to follow them. Tell them when is your projects? Are you dropping any new music like soon? You got what do you got dropping soon?
Front Runners drop June 24th.
Okay. Big facts, man. So make sure you guys are going to check that shit, man. And I appreciate you coming to stop us, man. Stopping and talking with us. Excuse me.
I appreciate you having us.
Damn right, man. I fucks with your shoes, by the way.
Thank you.
I've been looking at them this whole time, bro. And I'm like, yo, I don't know where those shoes came from, what brand they are, but them shits are kind of cool. Not kind of. Them shits are fire as fuck.
Yeah, I'm big on black-owned businesses, and especially when it comes to sneakers. Actually, no, this is a big brand. Side Collective is based out there in California, and I caught onto it while I was in Spain. I'm not a sneakerhead, but I like what I like. Yeah. So when I saw this brand and I saw it was black owned, I was like, oh yeah.
Them shits are different, bro. I ain't never seen no shoes like that shit before, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. Yeah, see, that's I shoes, though. So you can take this whole thing off. If
and then that's Velcro.
Yeah, I fucks with that.
Yeah.
I fucks with that. I ain't even gonna hold you, man. Yeah, shout out to the shoes right here, bro. Them shit's fire as a motherfucker.
You know what? Because I don't think they see it in the camera.
Yes, please.
They don't see it in the camera.
Yes,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
That shit crazy, bro.
Don't get me to talk my shit, man. I got like 10 of his shoes, yo, right now.
I ain't never seen those shits like that before,
Yeah, some
bro.
people like Jordans. I like Side Collective.
Like that.
Yeah.
I fucks with that. Yeah, I fucks with that, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Give us a few minutes. We gonna get on to the next one, man. Shout yourself out one more time.
All right, you know who I am. McLean, a.k.a. Bruce Wayne McLean, a.k.a. Vanguard. And, you know, this is how we represent.
And right. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Hello. We are back for our final interview for the night. We are here at the TLC camp, the Link Creative, man. Shout out to Gabby. Shout out to Tom. Shout out to the Link Creative, man. Who we here with now?
Soul Son.
Said Soul Son?
Soul Son.
Soul Son.
SOULSUN.
Facts. So where did that name come from first?
It came from a joke. I was always ahead of my time, and I was always into soul music. So in high school, they used to call me Soul Nature. So the Soul Son just stuck.
I like that name though. It's very catchy. Soul Son. Yeah. I like that, man. So tell me about yourself a little bit, man.
And I, like I said, I was a little more advanced with the music. My older cousins and stuff, you know, they had me listening to Boot Camp Click, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Common, you know, The Roots, all that stuff stuck with me. So, you know, that's kind of what makes me.
Damn right. And
just being an artist. I've been drawing since I was like 3, so I always into comic books. And,
doing like drawing.
Yeah.
Damn
so,
right.
You know what I mean?
Have you been able to incorporate that into your music?
Yeah, but actually the Vanguardian name. Yeah, the Vanguardian name I came up with. And, my man James, he was out of town, but he came back. You know, he started off at some of the events that I started.
Right.
And he was always super dope. So
Damn
we worked together a couple times. And then, you know, we got together and, you know, came up with something. I always had a lot of stuff in the tuck. You know what I mean? So these masks, you know, it's kind of like part of the creation, you know, almost like some space, like Star Wars hero type stuff.
I was kind of getting like Elden Ring type of vibes or something like that. Like, yeah. So like, where did the idea for the mask come from? These are dope.
Like I said, you know, I'm a visionary, so some stuff just come to me. So, you know, we was getting together, working on some music, and I came up with the name Vanguard, but then at the same time, I was thinking of, you know, Knights Templar meets some anime meets Star Wars type of vibe.
Oh yeah, y'all into a lot of that type of shit. I'm into like medieval type shit.
I'm a luchador guy. That's my favorite style of wrestling is lucha libre.
Man, I love all the high flying shit, man. Yeah. I love all the high flying, all the flips, and that's what I like to watch it for, bro. Is the luchas. Like, I'm so happy that they're more incorporated now. You know, okay, we got some rock stuff going on out there. Okay. So. Where did like the Vanguard, like where did that even come from? Like, where did you come up with?
I've always been, I have a brand called Chieftain as well that I created, a clothing brand. It's called Chieftain. And the slogan is Leaders in the Spirit.
Gotcha.
Like, just about being a trailblazer, and a Vanguard is like, basically a Vanguard is the first line of defense.
Okay.
So, you know, we defending the culture. We defending hip hop. We defending independence.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Got you. And how long have you been making music for?
Man, I've been making music for about like 16 plus years.
16 plus. And are you just rapping, or do you do any producing? Or anything?
I can write. You know, I'm a lyricist, so I write all types of music, whether it's gospel, R&B, whatever.
Damn right. So you work with other artists?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
My bread and butter is, is this hip hop though.
Gotcha.
Boom bap.
Damn right. Damn right. And who are some of like your biggest inspiration? I know you said you had listened to a lot of Tribe Called Quest and a lot of Common and all those types of artists. Who was like inspiration, like biggest ones?
I would say between Common, Black Thought, Elzai. You know what I mean?
And those are names that you typically wouldn't hear.
Yeah,
so like
AyeMontie,
what drew you to that? Like
it was a feeling. Like when I first heard Tribe, De La, it was a feeling inside.
Yeah.
So I naturally gravitated to that style of music.
I definitely can understand.
It was organic. I'm all about everything being organic.
Damn right. I definitely can understand that. And so what are your plans for the year? Like what are some of your goals that you have for the year?
Mixing the the fashion creativity with the hip hop, with the art, blending it together, and giving people a nice, beautiful package to inspire, to grow from.
And when did you realize that all of that to package together was important?
Well, I was doing both, but I had them separate. Now I'm blending it all together.
Got to.
Because I didn't want people to think I was just doing too much. I have my hands in a lot of pots, so I just kind of. I kept them separate, but now I'm just blending them all together. It's all art, and I'm just trying to make a beautiful.
Got to, man. Especially like if you have a marketable brand, man. If you know how to do it, you know how to make the merch and the clothes, but also the music shit. Now you don't need anybody else to make all y'all merch. You know what I'm saying, and shit like that. So definitely good skills to have, bro.
Right. Yeah. Cause I went to school for some of that stuff too.
Damn right.
So that's graphic design, fashion design, and stuff like that.
So I want to ask you this question specifically because I didn't go to school for any of it. Was it worth it?
I didn't finish, man. So I learned a few things, and that was it. I still kind of built it. I've been doing it for like 20 years.
I just always was like, I'm just not good at school. I just always felt like I was gonna flunk. That's why I was like.
Only when I was hooping. I got back with,
Yeah.
I got the grades to get by when when it's hooping involved.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, fuck that. Yeah. So what would you say is like some of like creatively some of your like most inspirational times for you? You know what I'm saying? Like for all of y'all, because it seems like you're a collective, right? You guys are like a collective people. What would you say like your creative, like biggest inspirational creative sessions come from?
Like I said, man, it's all feeling, man. Just feeling the.
Like you guys, I guess let me ask it a better way. Do you guys link up a lot to make your music together, or you guys like kind of like to do your own sessions and then come together, or like what are your sessions looking like?
We kind of been tight knit. We end up living in, like I said, I had an event that I started called Crush Groove Sunday.
Yeah, yep.
It was 45 Degrees Martini Lounge.
Okay.
And it lasted like 3-4 years.
Yep.
It was dope. A lot of artists came from there. We got Mask, dude named Drum. He was like my cameraman, or he was a fill-in guy whenever somebody don't show up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And James came through and he was dope, man. So I kind of took him on my wing, told him a few things. He just kept being, aggressive, doing his own thing, and
yeah,
you know what I mean. So we end up riding past each other in downtown Suffolk. Go figure. I was living out of Virginia Beach, but I moved to Suffolk, and I saw him walking down the street. Getting his workout. We said, yo, let's get up.
Yeah.
As soon as we got up, we started creating instantly.
Damn right.
And that was years ago. Then he went out, overseas.
Yeah.
And I kept it going.
Yep.
He came back. We back at it.
And how important is it to have that connection with your group, with your collective, with people? Like, how important is that connection to you?
I mean, you can't do it alone, man. I tried it.
Thank you.
So, you got to have supporters. He remembered what I did for him, so he got my back like I had his back. And there's a few good people like that you can depend on.
Damn right.
With.
Damn right. Yeah, I definitely have come to learn, especially as of recent, like, you gotta have people around, man. You do everything by yourself. It's super important to have a team of people.
Especially people that believe in.
Especially people with the same goals. Because it's not important to have everybody around. Everybody who's like-minded with the same goals. You know what I'm saying? And so how do you guys keep each other motivated?
I mean, everything's organic, man. It's natural. You know what I mean? I've been a spitter for a while. I carry my weight. He's been coming up, and when we do a track, we just kind of feel it. It ain't really, it's not even really competitive. It's like we know we gonna bring it and
do that together type thing. Yeah, man. I definitely can understand. So tell me about some of the events and stuff that you guys have done. What has your experience been like in the music business so far in Virginia?
Shout out to Team Land. We just came from a Camp Wave event at the Oceanfront.
Okay.
And then we came here to do this. And people like Gabby and Flagship Studios, y'all giving opportunity and stuff like that. Your business, stuff like that. We just network and keep pushing.
Yeah.
And like I said, I used to do events and stuff. So I did all the little spots like, the Nova, a spot that used to be called Jewish Mother. Now it's like called Elevation 27.
Yeah. I know
So,
what you're talking about.
just, networking and stuff. Like I said, I put a lot of work in.
Yeah.
And so I be calling on favors now that we got stuff going on, and I even out of town.
Yeah.
North Carolina, I've been working that. DC, working that angle.
And how do you feel about the scene in Virginia, like the music scene in Virginia?
It was in a better place, but we gonna try to pick it back up. I feel like, to be honest, I feel like it's lacking a little bit, but we working on that. Vanguardians, we working on that, and even our solo projects, we gonna build it back up. Bring some other people in and do something different, man. And
right. And what do you think is like the main issue of Virginia? I just specifically want to talk about this. I don't think we have it all tonight, but where do you feel like is like the problem? What do you think the biggest problem Virginia has?
I think it's more so hype beats. People, they don't. It's like they want to get on something fast. They don't, even if like my event was real good, but it was like after artists perform a couple times, they're like, that was the best time they ever had. But they also like been there, done that, and if a big name ain't on it, then they're kind of like back off. If there's a big name on it, they're gonna try to get that pole position. And so it's a lot of crapping, but there's some good people around that's spreading it. And I feel like it's time. It's that time. I feel like I think things about to change around.
Good. Yeah, I'm feeling a shift in energy too, man. Because I feel like since I started, at least, Virginia's always kind of just had this sour taste in its mouth, and it's just everybody kind of as a whole is just has the same things. Nobody supports each other. Everybody's in it for themselves. This, that, and the other. My thing is like, I think we're all doing that to ourselves, and I think we all have been subconsciously, just kind of all in our own bubbles, all in our own spaces, and then we kind of get our little groups of people, and then we just kind of stay in those groups of people instead of venturing out. That's kind of where I've seen throughout the years, just from my experience, is like we have so many talented people, so many smart individuals, so many people who could probably grow something huge together, that we are just so in our own bubbles. And I feel like that's just kind of where Virginia's at personally. But I feel like it's changing.
That's funny you say that, because my situation was kind of like the opposite, because what I was doing, I was giving so much and putting myself last so much that I was spreading myself thin. So whatever opportunities I was giving people, it was limited because I didn't grow with it. I kind of sat back, and you know what I mean? So now I'm like, okay, I can't do it. I can't do it that way. I gotta step up and lead the way, and then I can come back and bring some people with me. So that's kind of what my mindset is now, because I was, intentionally just holding back and letting everybody do what they do, but eventually it ran out of resources. So now I'm just getting all that stuff together, and I'm gonna bring some people with me. But I gotta at least make the moves.
Yeah, bro. It's all about just consistency, man. It's all about just staying motivated, not giving up. You know what I mean? As long as we keep doing that, we'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Well, tell everybody where they can find you, bro.
You can find me at Got Soul number 8. You can find us at Vanguardian Movement. You can find my man McClain. Just type in McClain, he'll pop up. You know what I mean?
And then shout out those events that you guys got coming up again.
We got a show on the 26th at the 8020 Burger Bar.
Okay.
Cypher Tuesdays, sometimes they say Thursdays. Keith Five's the curator. TZ Dope is a host. Okay. And the fellas, they the band. And DJ Chef Dro. Sorry if I said your name wrong, but I think that's what it is.
Damn right.
And we're gonna be rocking there. We got another show coming up on the 27th. To be continued. We're waiting on some information for that. Okay. And working on some stuff out of town. We'll be posting on our site for that.
Damn right. Oh, you have a website?
No, I mean our Instagram.
Oh, on the Instagram.
Website too.
I'm about to say, definitely shout that out,
we
man.
gonna have merch and everything.
Damn right.
Chieftains Only is chieftainsonly.com. That's the clothing line, but they also have a section for Vanguardian, because that's a sponsor of Vanguardian.
Gotcha.
So y'all be able to get your merch from chieftainsonly.com. And Vanguardian Movement, we'll keep you posted on whatever else we got going on.
Damn right, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping by with us, man. God, that's about it for us for tonight. I'm beat. I know the girls are beat. Don't none of us want to do any more interviews, goddammit. So, hey, Chill is just a podcast. We appreciate. Oh, we have one more. Oh, wonderful. It is. Oh, yeah. All right, we'll be back.